So when I get into Marin County, California, where I moved to, started teaching high school there in the fall of '67, and all the young kids wanted to do was talk about sex, drugs, rock and roll, and I didn't know anything about drugs of any kind other than booze. And,
Oh, really?
you know,
Okay.
yeah, because that was, I'd never been around pot, and here all the kids are telling me, Mr. Kimmel, you got to try this marijuana. It's really good.
Really? They tell you that?
Oh yeah.
These are your
My
students?
students. Yeah.
Oh, your students corrupted
My
you.
students turned me on. Thank God. I was a real hardcore atheist at the time,
Oh, really?
and they loved to argue with me philosophically over there is a God or there isn't, and so forth and so on. So by the end of the first semester in December of '67, I decided, well, my kids had my back up against the wall, because when they discovered I had a bachelor's and a master's in botany and plant pathology, well, what do you think of marijuana, Mr. Kimmel? I said, I don't know anything about it except for the fact that in economic botany I had learned that it had a great past in terms of hemp and rope and fiber and all the things that it was being used for in the ships, and but I didn't know anything about smoking it. I'd never seen a plant, never talked to anybody that ever smoked it except these young high school students. So I decided they had something they were trying to tell me, and I figured, old Doc Wolf had told me, he said, it's about truth, you know, and they told me, well, the only way you're going to find out the truth about pot, Mr. Kimmel, is to try some. So over Christmas vacation '67, I tried some. And first joint I smoked, nothing, couldn't tell a thing.
Did your students turn you on to it?
Yep.
And do you want to tell us a little more about that?
Well, I'd walk in my classroom and open the desk drawer, and there'd be a joint in my desk drawer, maybe sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
They were subtle,
They
eh?
were really trying to tell me something. So
I see. So you finally smoked on it.
about the second joint, I couldn't tell anything. I couldn't feel anything. The third joint, I'm going to find out. I took a great big toke, held my breath. The next thing you know, I had passed out and woke up on the floor.
No kidding.
Because I held my breath, and then I took a big, deep toke, and it just knocked me right out. And when I